Hey, what's up guys? My name is Michael and welcome back to the Growth Mindset channel. I've combined the top 10 things that I've learned from college that I want to share with you guys so that if you're going through college or you plan to go to college, these are some things you should keep in mind along the way. The first one I got for you guys is that college teaches you how to work towards deadlines. When I was in school, especially when I was in high school, I thought I knew everything there was about life. I knew how to reach deadlines, I knew how to get things done on time, and knew how to plan in advance. But when I was talking to a counselor while signing up for my freshman courses in college, they told me that everything I learned in high school I can just put aside and wait till I have my first few semesters in college and then go back to them and tell them what I think of, can I actually work towards deadlines? And going through college and taking those exams, man, I could tell you that you really do have to prep long in advance to do well in a course. It's very hard to do everything last minute because when you take an exam, it's all about applying what you learned and then using that going forward into the next semesters. And it only gets harder along the way. So you have to really learn how to break things down into small chunks to get a grasp of what you're trying to learn. So going through college taught me how to create weekly goals that will help me build up the confidence to take an exam and know that I've spent my time well worth preparing for that semester final, which can be extremely stressful during finals, but you'll figure it out as you go through college that that's just kind of how it is during finals, December and May. It's gonna be a hard time, but as long as you can plan out a month in advance before an exam and have those weekly goals, then you should be okay for the most part. So number one through college is I learned how to work towards goals. Something that I also learned when I was in college, as for number two, is that you learn how to work with others and socialize with others. In high school, I was a totally different person. I was so quiet, I would sit in a group and not say anything. And I remember people asking me why I don't say anything in a group. And in high school, you could get by with not saying anything and being in a social network. Now though, when you go to college, you're forced to work with people that you aren't comfortable with. And this really got me out of my shell and trying to figure out and rely on other people to get their part of the task done so that we can collectively combine our work and then submit it as a whole. So working on group essays and group projects and even senior design was a huge example of this, where you have to rely on your teammates to get their portion done so you can move together towards that final project and final submission. So going through college really has taught me how to interact with other individuals and hold other people accountable along the way so that we all know that we're marching towards success and we understand each other and we kind of learn how we can interact and get things done on time. So really in college, it's taught me how to be social. It's taught me how to rely on other people and just relax and understand that they will do their portion as long as if I check in on them, every few days or every few weeks, depending on the timeline, and then making sure that we're on track towards those milestones. Another thing that I learned going through college is that you really got to take care of yourself. You have to eat healthy, you have to create good habits and understand what is important to you. In college, it's so much different than high school. In college, you're living by yourself. Your parents aren't around you and no one telling you what to do 24/7. So you really do have the responsibility of living your life at the utmost freedom. You can skip your classes, you can stay up all night playing video games and not even do your homework. And going through college, you have to remind yourself that you might be paying for those courses, or you have a scholarship, but you're paying towards getting those college credits done. So you have to learn how to prioritize what is important to you. And now some students might get caught up with having to work on all their college classes all the time. And you're gonna meet the exact opposite, where people are in frats or sororities and all they do is party all the time. You have to find a balance between what is gonna be a good mix for you. You should find a way to enjoy yourself, still find a way to eat healthy food so you have energy, and you should also learn how to create good habits of possibly working out or finding ways to de-stress in a healthy way, like going for a run or going for a swim in a pool. or even lifting some weights. After going through college and learning the experiences of going through a lot of courses that just get progressively harder, once you finish that huge milestone of walking on stage to get your diploma, or at least move your hat, your tassel on your hat, those are really big milestones in your younger days of your life. But once you complete those goals, things might become stagnant. You might not have a big goal anymore because that college was your biggest goal. And now that you're done with school, you should find new goals, because after you get done with your college degree, you might just live in a stagnated life for a while, or maybe for the next 40 years till retirement. So you should really think of smaller objectives that will make you happy, that you can work towards, so that you have a purpose as you progress through your career and your life. The fifth thing I got for you guys is that treat college as an investment. I know, especially in the United States, going through college is sort of looked at as the vision for a good life. And this might not always be the case. And oftentimes, people will go to school and flunk out, or they'll go to school thinking it's the right thing for them, and they'll get a degree that they can't pay off. So they end up going in debt. So before you go to college, you should really sit down and focus on what degree you want to get and calculate what your potential salary would be, so then you can look at it as an investment, because college is an investment. It's a huge investment on time and on money and effort. So if you're gonna go spend $20,000 a year going towards college, make sure that your yearly salary after that can pay back any student loans that you might have accrued over that time. And along with that, don't forget that this is an investment of your time and your effort. So if you throw it all away after a few years, you're gonna be negative in the hole. Really be serious with yourself and prioritize what's important to you, and make sure that you come out on top with a degree that's gonna put you ahead, so that you're not working at a retail job or a consumer level job that you might not have had a degree for. All right, so now it gets a little more serious on why I wanted to make this video. And really what I've learned from college is that the sixth thing that I got for you guys is that college really makes you become and trains you to be an employee. And I know a lot of people are employees. We need employees to keep the world running, and we need orderly fashion. But if you're an entrepreneur, or you like to do things your way, or you like to have the freedom to do what you want when you want, going to school might not be the best thing for you, because once you get out of school, you become an employee, life might not be so great. You might have a strict time on when you have to be at work. Your boss might want you to work extended hours on the weekend, and you don't really have a choice. There's gonna be deadlines set on you that you didn't choose. So be comfortable understanding that when you're going to college to become an employee, that's what you're setting yourself up to do, is to work for someone else that's going to tell you what your deadlines are and what your goals are. So if you're okay with this, by all means. It's a very comfortable thing to do for a lot of people, because decisions aren't made for you. You just go to work 9 to 5 and you're told what to do, and as long as if you do what you're told, you will get paid every week or 2 weeks. Working at a company, you're not going to get the same results that you're doing for yourself, because the company owns you and owns your expertise and your knowledge. So keep that in mind, that when you're going to school, you're training to be an employee most of the time. Number 7, guys, big one. If you follow the Growth Mindset channel, or if you're not following the Growth Mindset channel, I highly encourage you guys to do so. Number 7 is that college does not teach you about financial education. And there's a reason for this. Capitalists, investors, and the governments that create college, it's the idea of making you become an employee. And becoming an employee, they want you to stay as an employee, because the company is going to invest a lot of money in you while you're working for that company. So going through college, you're not taught a lot about financial independence and financial education, because they want you to be stuck in that system where you're going to continue to work until 65 and then retire. So you're going to have to take initiative and really learn about the skill sets of investment strategies, so that you can make smart investment moves throughout your life, so that you can become ahead of your previous situations where you might be negative from student debt, but hopefully in the future you'll learn how to invest. And learning how to invest is very critical in your life, so that you can live the life that you want. And I encourage you guys, if you haven't done so already, watch more videos on the growth mindset, as we are teaching you guys all about investment strategies and how to really focus on your future so that you gain the time back instead of having to work at a company. And financial independence is a huge thing of mine. And if you haven't known that already, check out my other videos as I talk about this all the time. Number 8, guys. Typically when you're going to a job, your salary is going to be a fixed rate. So no matter how hard you work, most of the time for a company, your effort does not really affect your salary. So some days you might not be fully 100% there, and you'll get paid the same amount as if you were working extremely hard and a lot of hours. And this can be good and bad. So if you're really driven and you're really all about getting your goals done ahead of time, a company might not be paying you for that extra effort that you're putting in. So really, if you want to get ahead in life, you got to find a way to earn money on a reward-based system, or that might have to be from starting your own company and really driving the results that you're working at and seeing your income increase over time, rather than your extra efforts just being absorbed from the company and they gain the extra profit and you don't actually get it. So keep that in mind as well when you're working at a company, is that your salary is going to be fixed. So if you're really looking for a lot of growth and a lot of money, a lot of income, it's going to take you a long time to make $1 million. And so if you want to make $1 million, you got to find smart ways on how to make that money rather than just working hard. I'll do another video for you guys on why you shouldn't work hard, you should work smart and use your money to invest to continuously grow, so that things become progressively easier for you, because life shouldn't get harder for you. It should become smoother, easier, and you should be earning and reaping the benefits from all that hard work so that you can live a more relaxed life from your previous efforts. Number 9, also super critical. As I said earlier, working for a company very likely won't result in huge wealth. Look at a lot of multi-millionaires, even billionaires. They didn't get rich for working a company that they don't own. They worked for themselves and they built a company and hired employees to help build their empire. And so if you're looking to become a multi-millionaire, a self-made millionaire, you're going to have to do it from starting a company and being an entrepreneur and taking that risk. You can't live the safe life where you just show up from 9 to 5 and hoping that one day you'll get a $100,000 raise, because those opportunities typically don't happen. So I encourage you guys to really take ownership of how much money that you think you're worth, and if you don't think you're worth an hourly rate because you're always progressing exponentially and you think you deserve, or you know you deserve more money, go out there and start a business that you know you can earn more money from and really drive those results and see how much impact you do make to society. And that's going to be a reflection for you guys how much you're providing value to the community. All right, number 10, guys, also another serious topic on this video is that when you're going through college and you're experiencing maybe the workforce, your dreams and your vision might become stagnated over time. And guys, I highly encourage you guys to write down your goals so that when you're feeling like you're super down and you really don't know what your purpose is or where you're headed in life, you can read that note you wrote down of what you wanted to do. And why not have multiple dreams? When you're working at a job and your creativity might be lost because the goals that are given to you might not be your personal goals and your real goals. So don't forget what your vision is for yourself. And if you lose that focus, I encourage you guys to just remember that having the growth mindset of looking for greater opportunities, looking for things that you envision yourself doing, making those dreams a reality, and really thinking about who you can be at your true full potential is so important. And when you look back at life, you want to be fulfilled, knowing that you gave it your best and you have no regrets from not trying or not taking any risks. Because guys, face it, as you get older, time runs out, you're gonna have more responsibilities, and it's gonna be harder to take those risks. So if you're really young, if you just got done with college or you're going through college, remember that being in your 20s is the best time to take risk. So Guys, thank you so much for watching the Growth Mindset channel. So I know this video is something that I've really wanted to get off my chest for a long time. Just those really top 10 things that I've learned from college that I want to share with you guys from going through college and then now going through the workforce and just looking back. And it's something that I just want to share with you all so that you can keep in mind too as you are progressing through those phases in life. Thank you so much for watching the Growth Mindset channel. If you have any recommendations for future videos, please comment below and we'll definitely check it out and consider it for another video. It's been a lot of fun, guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.